Okay, what I'm about to say is gonna sound really backwards, but weight loss didn't get easier for me when I tried harder. It actually got easier for me when I stopped trying. And I'm not saying that I stopped caring, or I don't mean that I like gave up. What I do mean is that I stopped making my body forced into submission, forced into doing things perfectly, forced into doing things a certain way in order to feel like I was progressing. So let's break it down. The old pattern and why trying kept me so stuck, like trying so hard kept me stuck for so long. I was developing a lot of patterns. So it was a lot of white knuckle gripping. And I talked about this for years. White knuckling made me feel so on edge with my whole weight loss journey. Like everything relied on me being absolutely perfect. And if I wasn't perfect, I was so anxious and so nervous because I'm like, oh, the scale's gonna go up. I wasn't perfect. I'm messing this all up. I would have really good days where I would stick to my plan all day long. I would feel so good and so empowered. And then at night, when my body naturally is processing the events from the day, I would start feeling that stress and that anxiety kind of bubble up in me. And I would turn to food to calm that down. I would turn to food to cope. So all that progress that I made during the day being perfect got completely wasted away in a couple hours at night just with the junk food I had in the pantry. Not to mention that my brain was just on this never-ending loop, this constant mental effort that I was having around food. All I thought about was food. It was insane. I was thinking about food when I woke up. I was thinking about food as I was eating it. I was thinking about food after I ate it, and then I was thinking about the next meal. And then that would start all over again. And it's just so exhausting. So me trying really hard was actually me fighting my body all day long. We were in battle. We were battling. So what changed? Like, we want that. We want the change, right? We don't want to live like that. You can't live like that. That's not sustainable. At some point, something's got to break. Something's got to change and shift. So for me, it was when I realized that weight loss wasn't a discipline problem for me. What it was actually was this pressure problem. Because the more pressure I put on myself, the louder that food noise got. The more I told myself I'm not allowed to have something, the more I wanted it. The more I told myself I had to work out, I had to get on the treadmill, my mind was like, we don't want to do that. It was a pressure problem. So my body wasn't necessarily resisting the weight loss. It was resisting all of the stress that I was putting on it by trying to be perfect and trying to do all of the things all at once. Holding myself to these crazy high standards. My body wasn't even thinking about weight loss at that point. It was just fighting back all of these drastic changes I was trying to make on day one. It was fighting against all of this overloaded stress. So for me, stopping trying, what did that actually look like in my life? Fewer rules, not more rules, less rules. Making choices for me came from a place of support. What choices feel supportive, not impressive, like not where I'm like, I did 17 different habits today. We don't need to boast like that. Instead, what are things that are gonna support our body? And then here's the big one. Here's the huge one. Letting consistency beat out intensity. I was the queen of intensity. I was going full steam ahead on Monday morning and giving up by Wednesday, Thursday, falling off track by the weekend, restarting again on Monday. Intensity, throw it out the window. You don't need to go balls to the wall. Instead, it's like, why don't we focus on consistency? What can I actually do today, tomorrow, and the next day? And it feels easy. Just that switch lets habits be doable instead of feeling like you're fighting against your own body. And then I chose a way to eat, a diet plan, whatever you want to call it, the way that I eat. I chose low carb because it was what I could stick to on a tired, stressful Tuesday. I could stick to low carb anywhere. I can stick to it on vacation. I can stick to it here. I can stick to it on a happy day, on a stressful day, at a birthday party. Done. And for me, once I found that, all bets were off. My goals felt so close to me because I wasn't creating this diet plan out of restriction. I was creating it out of how do I feel, what can I stick to, what makes me feel energized after I eat it. And low carb for me checked all those boxes. So one of the key shifts for me was I stopped asking myself, what can I do today? What more can I do? What more can I pile on? And instead, I started asking myself, what can I actually sustain? What can I actually do for the short term, which will eventually turn into, for me, the long term? Sustainability will be your best friend when you make decisions on your weight loss journey. What can you do? You can see yourself doing. What is sustainable? And you can even ask yourself this about what you're doing right now. Is this sustainable, or do I need to kind of rework this, whatever it is, in your weight loss journey? Can this work for me on a tired, stressful Tuesday night? If the answer is yes, proceed. Keep going. If not, reevaluate. It's okay. We can change our plan at any moment. Everything doesn't have to keep going with us. We can reevaluate, change, shift things around to make it the perfect weight loss plan for us. And by doing this, by stopping the white knuckle gripping control over your whole life, your whole weight loss journey, so many good things, so many good positive things happen inside of your body. Your nervous system finally takes a freaking exhale. It goes, okay, thank God, we can relax a little bit. It settles down. It's not on high alert anymore because you're not putting all that extra stress on it. It settles down and it's able to function as it should in this day and age. Your food then stops feeling like urgency. It stops being so loud inside of your head. The binges, they lose their charge because while you're even doing it, you're like, this isn't gonna make me feel better. So they're cut short. Or maybe you don't even have them at all because you're like, oh my God, I'm so stressed, I'm gonna go eat whatever. And then you're like, well, wait, no, that's just a pattern because I don't even want that thing. Huh. That, my friends, is true progress right there. Weight loss gets easier when your body stops constantly being on the defense. And that's when your nervous system can settle down, and that's when the weight loss can actually be sustainable. So let's focus on this whenever you're watching this. Let's try this for the next, let's say 3 days. Don't do anything crazy. Start with 3 days and see how you feel. You're gonna not try to be perfect. I want you to wipe perfection off of your whiteboard. No, we are not being perfect anymore. Focus on the things and the version of you where you can repeat all of this even on a bad day, even on a stressful day. And then I want you to really get inside your body and your mind and notice what happens when you give yourself the pressure valve release. When you remove the pressure, how do you feel? So if pushing and pushing and pushing and trying harder hasn't worked for you, good. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not supposed to work that way. You don't need more effort and more things and more intensity. You just need less pressure on yourself. Let that nervous system breathe, baby. Let it relax. That's what we need in this day and age in our life. So if you are loving and enjoying the content here in the reset room, the next tier, the next level is where we go even deeper. So in the mirror mastery tier, we take all of this out of the theory and we actually apply it to your real life in real time. Live master classes every single week, live Q&As, a lot of deeper rewiring and feedback from me in real time. And a reminder, this is my only coaching container for 2026 in mirror mastery. So if you've ever wanted group coaching from me, this is where you're gonna wanna be. You don't have to move up, but if you're ready to be supported on that next level, instead of doing this all alone, that is where I'm at. You can click the link down below to upgrade, but I will see you guys in my next video. I'm so excited. February is going to be an amazing, amazing month. All right, bye guys.